Hey there, so in this video I'm going to cover the topic of products inside of Kajabi. Now inside of Kajabi, products are your courses, your memberships, your podcasts, your community, right? Those are the 4 types of products they offer, and it practically covers, for most digital businesses, it covers practically everything you need. For most small businesses, it can cover a big portion of it, right? So before we get into what products are and how to set them up, let's talk about where you need them, right? So if you're a coach or a consultant, you have something that you're doing for your clients on a regular basis. With every client, you're doing the same thing, right? Maybe you're teaching them some frameworks, maybe you're teaching them some overarching themes, right? And with every client, you're doing the same thing. Or even if you're doing group coaching or group consulting, you're basically doing the same thing. Every group, you're teaching them the same thing. That's a point where you should consider making a product, right? Make a course out of it. Make a course out of the theme, make a course for the framework, and then give access to that course to your community, to your audience, to your customers, and say, look, this is the course, this covers the main topics, so that they can watch those videos. And so essentially they're going to be videos or audios, they can even be PDF files, it can be anything, but it's a digital asset that you have to create once. So once you do it, then they get access to it, and then they go through it on their own time. And when they get on a call with you, when they get on a meeting with you, you can talk about the specifics. So that's one use case where it's very easy to scale your business that way. Because if you're repeating the same thing with everybody, it becomes hard because your time is limited. Their time is limited. A lot of times it happened with me too. It happens with some of my customers, where if you're repeating the same thing, it gets boring for you, first of all. And then a lot of times if the coaching call or the consulting call, the meeting is for an hour, most of that hour is, you're just wasting that hour covering the framework, which could be covered inside a course or inside a video or inside an audio, right? So that's use case number 1. Another use case is, let's say you're a medium-sized business, you're a consulting business that enrolls a lot of employees. So I have a client, they do high-ticket sales, they enroll a lot of sales reps. So when they're enrolling these sales reps, they need to begin some sort of training. So what we have done is we worked with them and put all of that inside of Kajabi. So now it's in form of a course. So whenever a sales rep comes in, they go through the course, there are assignments, there are assessments in the middle. So they complete all that. So when they get on a call with you, they already know what the business is about, what kind of products they're selling, etc., etc. Let's say your organization, I have another client. They're a manufacturing organization. They bring in a lot of workers, right? They bring a lot of contract workers, they bring in a lot of design engineers, and there's a lot of churn, right? That's the kind of business they are in. So what they've done is they've covered the basics of the business, of the organization, what kind of products they manufacture, etc., inside of a course. So whenever somebody joins, they don't have to sit down with them every time and explain them the same thing. So the employee who joins in, they go through everything, they go through the assessments. So after they finish all that, they get in a meeting with their supervisor, or they get in a meeting with a client, but they already know what's going on inside the business. So that's another use case. Maybe there are other use cases that you can think of. If you know of anything, just drop a comment below and we can cover those too. But those are broadly 2 use cases where you can use digital assets to really scale your business quickly and save some of your time, right? And even think about it from their perspective, right? Let's say you are onboarding a sales rep or an employee, and you tell them something, maybe they don't write it down, maybe they forget, they come back to you and they take some more of your time. Instead of that, if they have access to a digital asset, they can just go back to that and they can watch it as many times as they want, right? Because everybody learns at a different pace. So that's important to consider. What's the use case here? What are you trying to do? What kind of asset you're trying to build? Now, if you want help with that, you can stick on to the end of the video. I'm going to cover some key points about how you can set that up, right? But before we move on to that, let's get inside of Kajabi and I'll show you how to set up the products. You can do it like that. All right, so here we are inside of Kajabi. Now, if you look at on the left-hand side, there's a menu and the item is called products. So you can just click on that and it will open the option for you to create the products. So there are multiple products, like I've talked about. There are courses, which are basically online videos, audios, digital assets that you've created that users can go through at their own time. You can even create quizzes and assessments in there so that you can monitor their progress. And through your dashboard, the admin dashboard, you can monitor all that. Coaching is something, let's say you are doing a lot of one-on-one coaching, right? You can have your coaching notes in there. You have all the digital assets in there. People can even schedule your calls. You can even integrate your Calendly or your scheduler inside of Kajabi so they can book directly with you and everything is taken care of automatically. Community is a little controversial. So Kajabi has this community feature where you can build a community, and then it's kind of like Facebook group where people can come in and interact. Now, some of my clients tried that, and it didn't really work well. And the reason for that was, let's say your audience is on Facebook, or they're on LinkedIn, or let's say they're on Facebook, right, in this case. And they like Facebook, they use Facebook all the time. there's a little bit of resistance for them to sign up for your community and then come in here. But if it's a Facebook group, they can just go in there. So you have to, depending on your business, you have to decide whether you need this option or not. And obviously podcasts, you can create podcasts in there. It's very easy to create it. Very simple. Just go to products and click on this black button which says get started. Once you do that, it opens up all the 4 options for you. Now the good thing about Kajabi is you can just click on the product you want, and it will show you what it does, right? All the features like live video. Inside community, you can do live video, recordings, etc. Inside of courses, you have video content, audio content, quizzes. So it has all these things. So you can just look at this. Like inside of coaching, you have calendar integrations. That's a beautiful integration to have. You don't have to worry about Zapier or all that. You can just integrate everything in here. So this is really, really good. I'm going to do course for this video. You can obviously create the others. It's very simple. Within a few clicks you can do that. So I'll just select course and I'll click here on the bottom, get started. So once I do that, Kajabi will ask what's the course title. So I'll just say how to build a website using Kajabi. Let's say that's the course, right? That's the course that I want to build. And then I can add a little bit of description. So I'm not going to do it now, but you can maybe add a little bit of copy here on what it is. And this is how it will show up. It's also giving you a live preview. This is how the course will show up. I'm going to click on continue. And then there are multiple options here. So one, obviously the online course is the most popular one. They're saying it's basically a course where they see everything, they get access to everything, and they can just jump through and they can view the videos, the audios, whatever course you've created. You can start from scratch. I wouldn't recommend it because it just adds more complexity. You have to select the theme, you have to do all that, so don't worry about it. Drip course is something where, let's say one of my clients did that, where they have to finish certain things before they get access to the next thing, right? So it's beautiful that way. If you don't want to give them access to everything, you can build a drip course, and then they can, once they complete a certain number of lessons, they complete certain assessments, then they get access to it. And membership is similar to a community, where it's a membership site and they get access to videos, etc., etc. So let's check out the online course. And in a different video, I'm going to cover some of these other courses too. So if you want to know how to build those, subscribe to the channel and then click on continue. Now, this is a very important thing. So let's say you have an image for your business, image for your course, you can upload it here. Again, it's not mandatory. I think you can just upload it later if you want to. And then comes the main part where whether it's paid or free, right? So if it's a paid course and you're not taking, well, one way to do it is you can take the payment from clients to Kajabi. So you can integrate Stripe or PayPal directly inside Kajabi. And when they want to sign up for your whatever service you have, you can give them access to this link and say, hey, sign up for this. You get the money, they enroll, and they also get direct access to the course. But let's say your business is a little more complex, where there are a few other moving pieces, it's just not the course. Then you could just keep this for free and then save and finish. And you can create a custom link that you can send to your customers, or you could add them from the back end. There's multiple ways to do that. And there you have it. It's built the course for us. So we have the course ready. And then if you see here on the right hand side, there's this eye icon. There's the preview icon. If you click on that, it'll show you the preview on how the course looks. So that's how the course looks. So that's the name of my course. There's the button to start. These are the modules. I can see my name here. I can even edit this. I can see the progress. So it's all laid out here. If you want to change something here, you can come in and change here. So before we jump into that, let's talk about what kind of elements there are inside of a course. So if you look at it, on the right hand side, there's a button called add content. So if you click on this button called add content, it will show you all the elements available. So the module is like the main folder inside of your computer. Think about it as a main folder, whereas a sub module is like a subfolder. So you can have like a big module, and then you can have small sub modules inside of that. And then a lesson is essentially a video or an audio or a PDF file. So lesson is the main thing. But if you want to structure something where it has, it's a big module on how to create your homepage, but inside of that you might have another module, how to create another sub module called how to create a lead magnet. And then inside of that you can have multiple videos on how to do that, right? So you can structure it that way. There are 2 levels that you can create. So the module, the sub module, and then the actual thing. So the lesson is the actual thing. You can also create quizzes. So if you look at this, the basic template that they've created for us automatically, Kajabi did that automatically. The course introduction is the module, right? And then these things, welcome to the course, about the instruction, these are all your lessons. So I can click on this pen icon right here, and I can go inside the lesson, And then right here you can see you can enter the title. So here they're showing the module. You can add a video, you can add an audio. So just click on video, pick a file, and then you can add a video here. And Kajabi kind of gives you free hosting, so all the videos that you have, that's all included. So the video actually gets uploaded on Kajabi's servers, so it's stored there, so it's not accessible to anybody else. Same thing with audio file. So you can just upload everything here and the lesson is complete. Now let me quickly show you how it looks here. So if I go here, this is how it looks. Now if you see, this doesn't have any image here, so it just shows you this blank image. If you want to add an image specific to that lesson, then you can just go in here and click on this lesson thumbnail. You can add an image here, right? You can add an image, whatever image you want to. And you can even add downloads inside of here. So if you want them to download a PDF file or a checklist or a Word document, you can just add files here. Again, it's just simple uploading function. You can even add automations, and I'm going to cover automations inside of Kajabi in future videos. So if you want access to that, subscribe and you'll have that soon. And again, this is really simple. And once it's done, you have to publish it, right? So whenever you create something new inside of Kajabi, it's in draft mode. But since this is something Kajabi created for us already, it's already published. Then you hit on save and you're done, right? It's already in there. And now you can see here, it's all there. Now, let's say I want to add more inside this course introduction. I can use this option right here called add content. And if I click on that, again, gives me an option to add sub module, which is like another level. And then it gives me an option to add lesson or a quiz. So it's super simple. You can even import from another course. So let's say you have a course that's like the basic one, and then the advanced one needs more options from that. You can just import that directly. Super easy. So you can outline the course, and I'm going to talk about that shortly, how you should build the course and how you should outline it. And then you can just start dropping the files in here. And then Kajabi will take care of everything else. It's super simple. If you see on the left hand side, they're all published. Even, like I said, you can rip it. You can lock it if you don't want access to anybody to have access. You can lock it. So all that is covered. It's super simple. It looks really good, and you can customize it further, and I'm going to talk about that shortly. But it's an easy way to give access to your digital assets very quickly to your customers or employees or whichever use case you have. Now, if you want to customize the way the course looks, on top you see there are certain options here. So you can click on customize, and it will take you inside the template. Now, the premier product template is usually the active one, and you can actually edit the template from here. You can customize the template, and actually, like you did for the website, it gives you an editor on the left hand side, the preview in the middle, and you can start editing it. So let's say I want to change the color of this button. I can click on edit. I can go down here and you see button color is taken from the theme, but let's say I want to make it red. I can just do that, and the button is red, right? Let's say I don't want this. I can go and edit it and delete it, right? You can just delete it. So I can go in here and say, okay, I don't want this. I can delete this block. So click on the block and just delete it. You can customize it the way you want. It's super simple. You can edit the description here. So let's say I want to put some description here. I can edit the description, put whatever you want. So all you have to do is hover on top of the block and just click on edit. It'll take you there. Super simple, super easy. Again, if you want to add a favicon, you can do that. It's already picked up because we built the website. So that's the first step. Once you build the website, it'll automatically take the favicon. So I'm going to save this for now. And if you have any questions, just drop a comment below and I'll help you out. But it's super easy, right? I mean, that's how you can create the products and give access to products to your customers, right? The next thing is offers. So that's something we're going to cover under the sales tab. So in the next video, maybe I'll cover sales. And inside of sales, I'll talk about how you can attach this product to different offers, and then you can give that to your customers. But that's how you build products inside of Kajabi. That's the online course. In the next video, I will cover coaching and membership and how you can create those products inside of Kajabi really quickly.